out there. But where will all the media pressure, the pressure from the public, where will it be on Wednesday? Or what time is the game tomorrow?
I believe 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
4 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. They've actually just, for those of you who want to watch it, they changed it to 8 o'clock at night. But just to be sure, you should DVR it. Just to be sure. And I'm not saying that so you skip that and actually listen to this show. But it starts at 4. It'll go 2.5 hours-ish, maybe 3. So here's the question. I'll give them a little bit of padding. 8 o'clock on Tuesday night, tomorrow night. Where will all of the pressure go? Where will it be? Where will the voices be demanding that what the city just did continues to do it and expands it? Because something tells me, and this is not a Jason Tells the Future, because this isn't such an obvious one, but something tells me we're going to go back to pretending we don't have a big issue, to pretending that they didn't just go overboard in trying to clean up the city. And by the way, media outlets that listen to the show and then steal some of my content without giving me any credit, do this. I'll give you a great story. We're told that they did nothing different leading into the All-Star game, okay? Now, of course, it's a total lie. We 100% know that that is a lie. But okay, that's what they claimed. Cool. Then why doesn't the city always look like what it looks like right now in downtown, in Soto, in Pioneer Square? That's the question to ask next week when we start to see the homeless come back, when we start to see the RVs come back, when more graffiti goes up, when more drug use is happening. Why would it not look exactly the same? You've done nothing new. You didn't do anything for the All-Star game. That would be offensive if you admitted that, which is odd. I don't think it's offensive at all. It makes total sense to do that. Again, when the in-laws are coming over, when any guest is coming over, you start to clean up your home or your apartment. Now, the problem is, as many of you who have done that know, what happens the second that they leave? Well, all of a sudden, things aren't getting cleaned the same way. And before you know it, it's exactly back to the pigsty that you lived in beforehand. So let's be clear about a potential angle the media can take with this mayor. You've got people who are finally speaking up in significant ways, like this man speaking with Cairo.
At least in my community, I talk to a bunch of people who has this kind of feeling that they are not safe. So yeah, I look forward what's going to change there.
So we've been hearing more and more messages like that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
I can almost script a lot of the coverage. I can tell you, for example, what this next person is going to say, probably not going to be surprised by the amount of violence.
It should shock me, but as I've stated, in the last several years, I mean, just gun violence in general is going up so much, so it's hard to be shocked anymore, really.
It's hard to be shocked anymore, really, with violence. Does that sound like a place you should be proud to live? And again, even though this is obviously centered right now on Seattle, have you not felt the exact same way in Tacoma? People who are listening either in Tacoma, around Tacoma, do you not feel exactly the same way, where you're no longer shocked to hear that some 9-year-old kid was shot in the arm during a drive-by at Point Defiance Park? Are you shocked anymore? No, of course not. And what does that say about us allowing things to get as bad as they clearly have gotten?